Welcome to OMT Wired Up, Online Money Talks, a podcasting session that discusses internet marketing strategies on how to make money and turn ideas into cash online. And now, here's the host of OMT Wired Up, Ivan Ho.
Welcome to OMT Wired Up, where we talk about tips and strategies on how to make money and succeed online. I'm your host, Ivan Ho, and today we're going to talk about online social media presence. Why it's important to brand yourself and your business on social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. If you want to grow a large online business, then you have to be a part and take advantage of online social media. I know a few older businessmen who kind of think that social media is a phase. They don't really want a Facebook page, or they don't think a LinkedIn profile is going to help them very much. But personally, I think any professional who isn't getting excited about free source of advertising and promotion that can reach huge amounts of people is wasting a great opportunity. Facebook alone has over 1 billion users, and that's a market that makes no financial sense to ignore. If you consider yourself a modern professional, you should be paying attention to your social media presence. Traditional media has taken a huge hit. Television, newspaper, most of the old media forms are falling behind the internet in a very big way. Social media platforms like Facebook and Google Plus are quickly becoming the most effective way to inform your customers about your business. Think of it this way. You like to be involved in things, and so does everyone else. Social media sites are really powerful tools because your advertisements and promotions are interactive. Your customers get a say in how they communicate with you. And better than that, everyone else gets to see how they interact with you. If you post a Facebook update, a tweet, or a Pinterest image, you not only raise awareness of your business, but create a sense of goodwill and form a positive relationship with your customers at a much cheaper cost than putting up ads. If you're an engaging professional or an established business, what do you need to know to get yourself out there in social media? Well, the first thing you need to do is figure out which social media sites you want to use. I'll give you a rundown of those sites a bit later, but safe to say, pick the sites that work best with your product or business. Not all social media sites are created equally. Do some research, look up users' review, talk to people who've used these sites before. When setting up your profile, try to remember what it's for. Create a page that tells potential customers who you are, what you're about, and how they can get involved with you and your product. The more professional your profile looks, the better. Anyone can make a Facebook page, so most users are looking for something special. Make sure you always include a thumbnail or an image about you or your business. Once you've set up your profile and tried to make it look as sleek as possible, then you can get into the hard part of maintaining a social media presence. Generating new content. Unlike normal advertising, which just kind of sits there, social media promotion is striving and active. Even if you're releasing a 140-character tweet, you have to ensure that those characters are enticing and interesting. Content is king. I can't say enough about this. Your potential subscribers have the whole wide internet to browse around. You'd better make sure that your social media sites stands out in the crowd. Try to release informative, interesting articles, pictures, or whatever fits your business best. When you're starting up, you want to make sure your content is all about your business, giving information to the public while hopefully leaving some space open for them to interact with you. There are two basic kinds of content: core content and peripheral. Core content is direct and juicy information about your business. It tells your customers what they need to help support your product. When you first set up your social media sites, you're going to want to start posting this core content. Then, once you've parceled out most of the core content, start adding peripheral content. Peripheral content could be testimonials, limited promotions, current events, guest posts, or anything not directly related to your product. Make sure, even after you've laid your groundwork, to post some core content every once in a while, or your product might get lost in the shuffle. If you find it difficult to pump out lots of written content, you might want to hire somebody to write some copy for you. Or you can switch to image-based social media like Pinterest. Most social media sites are built around a stream of tons of information coming at the users all the time. Constantly updating and changing your information is really key. If you're not posting new content fairly regularly, your profile is going to get lost in the shuffle. Have a regular updating schedule. Not that you have to set a post each and every day, but make sure you put out content on a consistent basis, no matter what. But you do have to keep your posts coming so that your audience can be engaged and can also follow you and know that you will have good content or consistent content coming all the time. Stale info doesn't go anywhere. And whenever someone else sees that you haven't updated in over a month, their attention is going to wander away from your profile. Of course, social media has a dark side. I'm sure you've probably seen it at one point or another. Users don't really have many restrictions on their behavior. They can post whatever they want on your profile. Sometimes social media users can become a great big mob, and you get to play Frankenstein and run away from the flame wars. This is the worst case scenario, and generally, the benefits of having a social media presence outweigh the cost for most people. So, media presence is important. We got that out of the way. So let's talk about which social media sites you might want to use. The rundown starts with Facebook. Facebook is huge, and it's a site that all the other social media sites are competing with. I'm sure most of you know how Facebook works, or at least have some idea of how it works. So I won't go into details about the site itself. I just want to talk to you about how it can help your business run online. Facebook, as you know, is a big juggernaut. It has buckets of customers and a huge subscriber base. Facebook has over 1 billion accounts. That's a lot of people that could be potentially following your page. That alone is a good enough reason to have a Facebook account. But having a Facebook page doesn't mean that people are actually reading it. If you're not actively posting new content or news about your business, then your page isn't going to get nearly as much traffic as it could. You could also buy Facebook ads and target people in your business industry. That does cost a bit of money, but the power of one of the powers of Facebook ads is that it allows you to target and focus it on people interested in your business. Like I said, Facebook has a monstrous amount of traffic, and having an ad or two on the side might be a good way to get people to your page. If you would like to know how to succeed with Facebook, there's a site called Facebook Profits, Making Money Running a Business on Facebook. If you'd like to take a look at this site, I will leave the link in the show notes below. For those of you who are looking for something maybe a bit punchier, Twitter might be what you're looking for. Twitter is an online social networking service and micro-blogging service that enables its users to send and read text-based messages of up to 140 characters, known as tweets. If you want speed, easy access, and mobility, Twitter's probably what you're aiming at. Posting a tweet is easy to do, and reading a tweet is easy for your customers. It doesn't take much effort to look up one of your tweets, and you can reach anyone with a smartphone anytime, anywhere. If you're going to use Twitter, your advertisements are going to be about 1 to 2 sentences long. So, if that's what you want, get on Twitter. Even if your product is hard to describe in short bursts, you can always tweet updates from other sites like your blog or even your Facebook page. Like say, did you see what's on my Facebook fan page? That can, increase interest for your audience and then redirect them to your Facebook page. If you would like to find out more information about using Twitter and how you can grow it and make it and generate a lot of traffic with it, I will send you a link to the ultimate guide to Twitter success. That link you will be able to find in the show notes below as well. Now, if you're a visual person and you know your way around a camera, YouTube can be a very good resource. YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google. And these days, most people want to watch things rather than read them. And I think you can get a lot of customers from YouTube. Again, try not to just make one video and never update again. A steady stream of content is the better way to go. Recommended videos are your friends. Hopefully, they'll lead people already interested in your product to your videos. Of course, your customers are going to see you in person, so you better know how to get in front of the camera and turn on the magic. YouTube is full of amateur videos with enthusiasts who don't really know what they're doing. If you want your profile to stand out, don't be one of those people. Know your content and be creative. People love to watch something different, and creating something different is the key to getting your video go viral. Google Plus is a good alternative to Facebook if you can advertise through it. For me, Google Plus is a better program than Facebook. I think its features are much better, but its user base isn't as large. And unfortunately, for business-minded folks, extra features are only useful if they can get people connected to your profile. One of the things that makes Google Plus so good for personal use is that you can create circles, groups of online friends that only receive the news you want to show them. This isn't as useful for us because we want to reach as many people as possible. If you can, have a Google Plus page plus a Facebook fan page to get the benefits of both. Extra traffic is always good traffic. Pinterest can be a very cool way to promote image-based or visual products. If you're dealing in art, collectibles, or anything you want people to see, it could be the right site for you. Pinterest is a site that lets you post images and share them between people. A heavy portion of its user base are fashion fans or car enthusiasts or arts and crafters, but you can promote anything on it that you wish. I think one of the best things about Pinterest is that you can update a Pinterest profile pretty steadily without having to write much copy for your promotions. So if you're stretched for time or you don't have an ear for language, Pinterest could be easier than pumping out blog articles or detailed Facebook updates. Compared to the other social media sites, I don't find Pinterest as interactive as Google Plus or Facebook. Users tend to repost images more than comment on them, but you can break the mold if you want to. If you have a very image-based product, I would suggest giving Pinterest a try. If you want to learn more about how to use Pinterest to drive traffic to your site, I will leave a link to a site that teaches you the power of pinning to get traffic. And again, I will leave that link in the show notes below. Okay, LinkedIn is one of the better ways to get in contact with other people in your field. For anyone who doesn't know, LinkedIn is a site designed for people in professional occupations. It is mainly used for professional networking, and recently, LinkedIn reports more than 200 million acquired users in more than 200 countries and territories. So, LinkedIn is growing at a very, very high pace. LinkedIn has a lot of really detailed search features, tons of services and options. I would recommend creating a LinkedIn profile for yourself. However, it isn't the easiest website to use. Not that it's really difficult or anything, but it does slant towards professionals. Also, be aware that you won't run into a lot of teens or younger people on LinkedIn, which, depending on your product, might hurt you. If you want to learn more about LinkedIn, you can check out a site called the Ultimate LinkedIn Training Course, which I will leave a link in the show notes for you below. So now that you know a little bit about social media and the importance of having a social media presence, I hope you'll be inspired to join any of the sites we just talked about and start promoting your product and business. And hey, don't just rely on your site to do all the work. Use your other sites, business contacts, and word of mouth to tell people about your social media sites. The more traffic you have, the better off your business will be. Actually, there's a site called OnlyWire, which could be really useful to you. I use it myself. OnlyWire is a service that you can use that is a tool that allows you to post a single piece of content simultaneously onto all of your social media sites automatically. So let's say if you have a new article or a video and you don't want to post it over and over again on each of your social platforms, you can use OnlyWire and go on and post it once, and it will automatically distribute onto all of your social media platforms. This will allow you to generate content on all your social media platforms with just one press of the button. If you're working with WordPress, there is a plugin that you can integrate with OnlyWire, and once you make a post on your blog, it goes out automatically onto all of your social media accounts, so that it can save you time and energy and not have to post individually on each social media site. So give it a try. See how it works for you. Okay, just to recap on things to remember. Do your research and choose the best social media sites you can to promote your product and your business. Create a great profile that gives your customers a feel for who you are as an individual and what your company is about. Post intriguing and exciting updates regularly, and don't slack in putting up new content. Tell your friends and coworkers about your site, and watch out for bad press or flame wars popping up on your sites. Okay, so now let's take a look at my inbox for this week's question. This week I have an email from Nathan Fisher, and his question is, can you please explain Google Trends and why it's important? It's an important tool to use. Okay, cool. Thanks, Nathan. So Google Trend provides an in-depth analysis on the popular search terms, indexed systematically according to the time period and geographical location. This is a significant implication, particularly with online businesses. You no longer have to rely on your gut feeling to get marketing strategies right. With tons of data available at your disposal, marketing decisions can now be undertaken with a greater degree of certainty and favorable outcomes. Google's search engine, as you know, accounts for 90% of all search queries undertaken globally. As such, an analysis of search queries on Google Search provides accurate information and estimates related to trending global events, products, and entities. The required Google Trends data is plotted usually as a graph with a horizontal line representing the timeline beginning in 2004 when Google started collecting search data, related search data. So everything starts from 2004. And then with the vertical parameter that represents the index of the number of searches for a term relative to the average number of searches undertaken. Okay, I hope you guys can understand that. In simplified terms, let's say a value of 4 on the vertical parameter indicates that the search for a particular term was undertaken 4 times as much during a given time period. Okay? The need to understand global trends is very, very important because Google Trends has gained in popularity and importance in recent years. With online activity increasing year to year, keeping track of the latest developments and purchasing patterns has become almost a necessity. The better you know where your customers are, what they like, and why they make a purchase will definitely increase your online business success. Google Trends allows you to take a glimpse into the people's search patterns and allows you to analyze your business potential online. I've been using Google Trends for a long time now, especially when I'm researching new projects, just to see popularity and trends and whether or not there's a chance to make money. I always tell people, if you want to succeed online, make sure you do your homework and find out whether or not your product or service has an audience. Using Google Trends and other tools like Google Keyword Tool are great places to start your research. So definitely when you're starting up a new project, go in, take a look at Google Trends, see how your product or service is trending in the online market. Thank you, Nathan, for your email. If you have any questions about internet marketing that you would like me to answer for you, please email them to questions@omtwiredup.com and I will try my best to answer them. Please make sure you check out my show notes for some of the additional resources that can help you expand your knowledge, along with some of the sites and programs that I've mentioned in today's show. Also, when you get a chance, I would really like it if you can visit my website, www.omtwiredup.com, to pick up the newest copy of my new ebook called 25 Magic Rules to Online Success. It's 100% free to download, and it gives you good strategies and tips on how to avoid mistakes and succeed online. So take a look and let me know what you think. Thank you for listening to this session of OMT Wired Up, and I will be back next week to talk more about internet marketing strategies and how you can make a ton of money online. See you next time.
To learn more about Ivan's online money marketing strategies or to leave a question for him, please visit omtwiredup.com. That's www.omtwiredup.com. Thanks for listening.